2023 was my introduction to SH Figuarts, and since the beginning of this year, I've accumulated quite the collection of them, so today I will be ranking my top 5 SH Figuarts figures. I did get a few guys for Christmas. They're not going to be in this video because I've only had them for like 6 days, and also this is going to include Figuarts from not just this year, but from other years as well, because if we were just to do 2023, then I would literally only have like 2 figures. Just as a rule for myself, all the figures on this list are going to be figures that I've reviewed so far. Starting with the honorable mentions, the first one we're going to go over is Satoru Gojo, specifically the first release of him from the Jujutsu Kaisen line.
Get it, guys? Honorable mention. He's the
So the pros with this guy, obviously, I mean, I really like this unmasked head. I think it's way better than the Figma version. I'm sorry. You can fight me in the comments, okay? I'm not buying that thing. And for everyone who says this is manga look and not his anime look, yeah, shut up. No, this is both versions.
You could be right. I'm actually losing my marbles over this. I don't know if I can keep talking about Gojo in this review because I've spent 2 hours doing edits for this guy, and I think I've just gone insane. Just go watch the review if you want to hear more about Gojo, please. Let's move on.
Second honorable mention here is going to be Naruto Uzumaki from the Naruto line, obviously. He's really cheap. I think he's a $35 figure right now, and he's in a lot of retail stores, so he's easily accessible. And he comes with, like, the essential Naruto things. He comes with a Rasengan, he comes with a knife, like, everything is here. But there is kind of a con, like, the faceplate has a bad side profile and can kind of fall off easily, but it's not the worst thing in the world. He's just not as outstanding as the other 5 on this list. Coming in at number 5 on this list, I have Ultimate Gohan from the superhero line, and the pros is obviously going to be that his articulation is based on the 3.0 figures, and if you have no idea what that means, you should watch my Kaioken review. I'm plugging a different figure review, yeah, I know, but I explained the difference between 2.0 and 3.0 articulation in that video, and Gohan's my favorite Saiyan, so it's not surprising that he's going to be on this list. However, he does come with a little bit of cons. Even though he is a $35 to $45 action figure, he really doesn't come with that much, even by the $35-ish price standard. And the fact that you have to buy other figures that are premium Bandai exclusive to get pieces for this guy, like other faceplates, you have to buy figures that are basically over $100. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Imperfect Cell, and the pros is going to be that this guy moves great and he looks great. This is probably the most detailed figure on this list. This guy, he looks disgusting, which is great for Imperfect Cell because he should look like that. However, the biggest problem with this dude is that his joints are a little crickety, and I think for most people, they're afraid of breaking him. I'm not super afraid of that. I'm a careful person, but it's just the joints don't sound very good, and I think he could have used one extra accessory for being a base price of around $70-ish, and I don't think the legs are long enough for some people. For me, I don't really care, but I think going by accuracy, he should have had longer legs. Number 3 is going to be Kakashi Hatake from the Naruto line. The biggest pro in this guy is that he articulates super duper well. I think out of all the figures on this list, he has the best articulation. Without a doubt, the way this guy moves is awesome. He feels solid. He's bulked up. I love the appearance on this guy. He's super fun to move around. Amazing face sculpts. 3 with his Sharingan showing and 3 without his Sharingan showing, which I really appreciate. However, my biggest problem with this guy is that he doesn't have weapons. And I know you guys see this lightning blade effect that I added on him. This is not actually comes with the figure. This comes with Sasuke, and that sucks because he's base price $70. Coming in at number 2 on this list is going to be Sasuke Uchiha from the Naruto line. Once again, is specifically the Shippuden version, not the kid version. I don't have that figure, and I don't intend on getting it. But everything I said about Kakashi applies to this guy, except this guy is cheaper and comes with a lot of accessories and weapons. He doesn't have as many face sculpts, yeah, whatever, but he has a sword and different options for the sword. Like if you wanted to sheath it or, you know, have it unsheathed, you can do that. And he comes with the Chidori effect that I just showed with Kakashi. His cons, I think, is definitely in the legs, because it's not necessarily the skirt piece that bothers me, but the legs on mine are a little loose, and I don't know if it's like that for every figure, but they move a little too easy. And there's a bit of discoloring on the chest, like it doesn't really match up to the rest of his skin, but those are really just minor nitpicks. This guy is pretty much a perfect figure, but my number 1 cannot be beaten, because number 1 on this list is
Hello, monkeys!
Frieza from the Dragon Ball line. I mean, this is my favorite Dragon Ball character, so this really shouldn't be a surprise to anybody who knows me. The movement on this guy is spectacular. It's not the greatest thing I've seen in the world, but considering that this figure I think is 2 years old, or maybe even older than that by now, he moves super well, and I'm starting to see him pop up in Walmarts and Targets. That's how I got mine. So if you see this guy, I would recommend getting him heavily, dude. He's $35. He's a cheap action figure, and he comes with like all the necessary accessories that you would want out of a Frieza figure. There's nothing that I'm feeling like I'm being cheaped out of here. Cons, if you want to call it cons, the purple paint rub on the shiny metallic plastic is bound to happen at some point. And the tail articulation, well, I should say the lack of articulation, because this tail is a solid piece of plastic that doesn't move. The balance with this guy takes some getting used to, because that tail is really annoying. But, you know, once you get used to it, you can kind of just pivot the feet around. I didn't realize this in my review, but depending on the way you move the feet, it could really change the balance of this guy. Like if you move the feet shifted to the right versus the left or something, and you can have him lean on the tail, so that really helps with his balance. But other than that, man, this is an amazing figure. So that's going to do it for my top 5 of 2023. This is just the start of my collection of action figures. Hopefully by 2024, we can do a top 10. I mean, I could have done a top 10. I have over 10 figures. I just think it would be kind of redundant to name off most of my collection. So next year, I'll do a top 10. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for the support in 2023. I can't believe I made this channel this year and we already got 100 subscribers. That's just awesome to me. So I'm going to keep going at it. We got a lot of other figures on the way, and I got a whole lot of reviews I got to catch up on. So hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you guys in 2024. Goodbye.